Hello everyone, this is Amy and Dawn coming to you from the Wellness Center. Today we're going to show you a series of leg strengthening for balance, both standing and seated. So you decide what you want to do. If you want to challenge yourself and do a little standing and then maybe move to seated or one or the other, okay? So let's be safe and listen to your body. All right, so let's just start up with a little bit of a warm up. Maybe just get our legs moving. And then we'll do some stretching. We'll also do some arm work because we don't want to be constantly using our legs we got to go from legs to arms. So just follow along, have some fun. Let's do side to side. Moving those legs. Let's get our arms going. Okay, time for that stretch. Dawn is going to demonstrate heel on the ground, reaching towards the ankle. I'm going to demonstrate pushing that heel forward, maybe gently with a little bit of a bend in my knee, bringing it towards me. Breath in, breath out. Let's move to the other side, same thing. Push that heel out or reach for the knee, shin, or the ankle if you're keeping your heel on the ground. Good. And back down. This time, 2 ways to open up that hip and stretch it out. Dawn's going to demonstrate the ankle over the ankle. I'm going to demonstrate the full seated modified pigeon pose. If you want a little more of a stretch, gently lean forward. Now this stretch is really important before we do some leg work because I really want your legs, your hip flexors to be ready to be challenged, and flexibility in the hips is very important for balance. So let's take our time with this one. Coming back up. All right, let's do the other side. Bring that leg up or ankle over ankle. Coming back up. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and start with the leg work, and I'll stand to the side of my chair. Dawn will demonstrate the motions of staying seated, okay? And I'm going to start with some side leg raises. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to keep going. Maybe 5's enough for you. 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm going to hold on 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. Okay. Moving to the other side. All right. Same thing. 1, 2. Stand up tall, shoulders back. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold on 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Let's stretch out the hips, okay? So let's see. If you're seated, let's just do a sunflower. Forward, side, back. And this just gives our legs a little bit of a break before we move on to the next one. And we also, you feel that nice stretch in the hip. Opposite direction. Good, okay, I'm gonna stand to the side of the chair. Can I see me on the side, Dawn, you think? All right. Let's start with heel in front. And I'm gonna do leg raises to the front, okay? So, one modification is in your chair like Dawn is doing. Another way to practice balance is just to hold here with that heel on the ground. I'm gonna lift that leg 10 times. Maybe you'll do 5. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm going to hold on 10. You have the option of bringing that heel to the ground and just holding the balance, okay? And bringing it down. Switching to the other side, okay? Here's your options, staying seated, heel on the ground in front, and just standing here with good posture, holding onto the chair. Other option is raising that leg up 5 times, 2, 3, 4, 5, or continuing on for 10 times. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and you can hold here for a few seconds, or you can bring it down and hold for a few seconds, practicing your balance. Okay, all right, let's march it out a little bit. You can lift a heel, you can kind of lean into one hip, lean into the other. Okay, let's do a little airplane arms. What do you think before we start on to the next?
Yeah, sounds good.
Leg movement, just to give our legs a break. Okay, so options for airplane arms would be arms come up. You can hold on to the chair, and then lean back, palms go back to the ceiling. Now, there's a little bit of a squat in this, and so maybe you really just want to give those legs a break. In that case, I would just stand up, reach forward, and without that squat, okay, you decide. Good, let's take a break, good, all right. All right, next one, it's gonna be our hamstrings. A couple different ways that you can do this. So from the chair, Dawn is going to demonstrate heel in front and then toe to the side. And that's 1, back and forth, okay? So 2 options for standing is just heel to bottom and holding there while we do our exercises, okay? The third option would be gently pulsing that heel to the ceiling, okay? I'll turn slightly sideways so you can see that. And let's go ahead and start. So option of just holding here, or I'm pushing that gently little pulses. I guess I'm not counting.
I think I'm about at 4,
All
something
right,
like that.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay. All right, let's switch to the other side. I think that means I'm going to have to, well, you know what I'm doing by now, so I'm going to do it from behind the chair, okay?
You don't have to kick me.
I will kick you. Woo! So heel to bottom, and let's gently either stand up tall, hold there, or gently pulse that foot or bottom of the foot up to the ceiling. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Excellent. Okay, let's do some, give our legs a break here. You want to grab your soup cans, and
Okay.
I'm going to go without soup cans. So option of soup or non-soup. There you go. Okay, so let's start with arm raises. I'll go in front of you here.
Okay.
There we go. And we're going to go up and down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Should we hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Now we're going to do arm raises, our Frankenstein arms. So arms straight out front. 1, and only go to about your shoulder height. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, take another break. We're going back to the leg work, okay? This time we're gonna do our opening and closing that door, okay? So if you're seated, you can either hold behind the knee and go out and in, or you can do it without holding behind the knee, okay? So let's go ahead and go out and in. 1, here's the time. You wanna be my counter?
3.
Here's the time where you might start sinking into one hip, and I want you to lift up tall so that you aren't putting a lot of pressure on the
7.
hip that is your foot, that your weight is on. Yes, hips are hips.
10.
Interesting. All right, let's go to the other side. Let's see how we're gonna do this. All right.
You got it. Can you go forward a little bit?
Yeah, I'll do that.
There you go.
Are we ready?
Okay.
Okay, I want to show you the difference between, this is sinking into a hip. I want you to lift up, taking off some weight off that hip. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Take a break. Okay, back to arms. Give our legs a little break again. Let's do our bicep curls. Let's see, what do you think, Dawn? We can do the biceps and then overhead and down, or just biceps?
You could do the overhead and I'll keep it low
Okay,
if you want.
all right,
You can always challenge yourself and do what feels right for you.
That's right.
Always that option.
all right. And that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, back to legs. You're gonna be putting that soup down and picking it up a few times here, Donna.
That's okay.
All right, so next one is we're going to do heel to bottom, and then leg goes out to the side. Okay, I'm thinking for, the modification, I think I'm gonna have you just do
Tap out.
tap out. So
Sounds good.
I'm gonna show you what that looks like. So heel to bottom, and then there is a yoga term for this. I don't know if I'm going to use it, but it is a very good descriptive. Has to do with a dog and a fire hydrant. But I did not say that. What number do you think we're on?
Oh, let's make this 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10.
Very good.
That's
Okay.
probably a little more, but that's
That's all right.
we're good.
All right, let's move to the other side. Heel to bottom. Lifting that leg up and down, out to the side. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Okay. Back to arms. Let's this time do our from the side triceps, okay? I'm gonna go without the soup cans. Keep those our elbows kind of tucked in, okay? And some people like to do it one at a time. I'll show you one at a
I'm
time.
gonna do one at a time.
are, then
because
I'll
it's
do
too
both.
hard to
Yeah.
hit the soup can back and
Perfect.
yeah.
Okay, and let's go 1, 2, 3. If this is too hard on your legs, you don't have to squat. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Take a break. All right, we're gonna do 10
the
more.
other
I'll
side.
do 10 more too. Okay. All right, take a break if you want. If you're standing and you've done your 10, take a break. Are we ready? And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Good. Okay. And let's just go side to side. Stretch out that inner thigh.
And open up and just stretch side to side.
If you're standing, you can lean into that hip. It feels like a good inner thigh stretch.
And I'm gonna lean forward just a little bit too.
Good.
Don't forget to breathe. Nice big deep breaths.
Good. Okay. All right. Let's do one more arm. Maybe we'll do a couple more, depending on how much time we have. Grocery bag pickup, right? Okay. We're picking up those groceries. So elbows. So think of your arm as those hands just go straight up the side of your body. So think about that. 2, try to relax the shoulders. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
And I have one you can do.
with
Alright.
Yeah.
If you've been in my classes, you guys will know this one.
All right.
Alright? We're gonna alternate. We'll start with one side and go to the other side. So we lift it,
Okay.
we pour it,
Woo.
we straighten, and we bring it down. Other side. We lift, we pour, straighten, and down. Again, lift, pour, straighten, down, lift, pour, straighten. Good. Lift, pour, straighten, down. Again, lift, pour, straighten, down. Good. Lift, pour, straighten, down. Lift, pour, straighten. Let's do one more on each side. We're gonna lift it, pour it, straighten, down. One more. Lift, pour, straighten, and down.
I love it.
Yeah.
Learn something new every day.
That's fun.
All right, let's end with a little bit of leg work and then we'll stretch out. Okay, so really important to maybe practice every day 10 sit to stance. Here, we'll give you the modification for if you do not feel comfortable standing up or if that's not an option for you. Okay, so Dawn is going to show leaning forward, putting most of the weight on the feet. You might be able to lift your bottom off the chair, maybe not. but really fire up the muscles in those legs, okay? I'm gonna demonstrate the 10 times sitting to standing, and let's go ahead and start, and that's 1, 2, 3. Really push those hips up forward when you go from seated to standing. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Very good. Okay, so one thing to think about, to remember, if you're gonna practice maybe 2 sets of those, 3 times, or 3 sets. Do it before lunch. How about breakfast? And dinner.
Yeah.
3 times, and you could get 30 sit to stand. Or you could just practice what Dawn was doing seated, where you strengthen your legs and sit forward.
Yeah.
Okay, let's stretch out.
Yeah.
Okay?
Sounds good.
Let's do, make sure we get our hips nice and stretched out. So, I'm gonna do first ankle over ankle. Actually, I'm gonna do bottom to feet together.
Okay.
Okay? I think that's all right for most people.
I think so.
If you prefer that pigeon pose or ankle over ankle, do that one.
And I'm gonna stay up on top, just going to my knees right here. So that's the other modification that you can do.
Perfect. Once again, let's really make sure we take our time stretching the hips out. We've done a really good workout strengthening the hips to increase our balance and stability. Coming back up. Okay. And now Dawn is going to show the traditional reaching down towards that ankle. This is a little deeper stretch. Try both, see what you like. Definitely have hands on the chair and slightly lean forward. This one you feel it a little more all the way up the leg.
And if reaching down is too much, remember you can always just stay right up on top, lean in from the hip, draw the toes toward you. You're going to feel a nice stretch all the way up that leg.
Perfect. And coming back up, let's switch sides. Lean forward or not leaning forward. Breath in and out. Coming back up. Okay. Let's see, we've done, what's your favorite arm stretch, Dawn?
My favorite arm stretch, well, I like to stretch my spine too.
Okay.
Arm stretch though, I like to open it up nice and wide.
Good one.
Palms are to the front. Draw the shoulder blades together. Keep the shoulders relaxed. Inhale, exhale. And then give yourself a nice big hug. Remember which arm is on top. Give yourself a hug as you inhale. Exhale and drop the chin down into the chest and pull the shoulder blades apart.
Oh, you really feel that.
And then come back up. We're going to open up again. This time the palms are going to face to the back and the thumbs are down. There you go. Sitting nice and tall. Good. Now give yourself another big hug. The other arm comes on top. I always forget which one. It doesn't matter. Inhale. And then exhale. Drop the chin right into the chest. Again, pulling the stretching the upper back out. And releasing, coming back up, open up again. Now this time we're going to draw the arms along the side. Pull it back, kind of like those airplane arms. Palms are to the front. Stretch out those biceps. Good. And release. Should we just do like a twist in the chair
Yeah,
a little
let's
bit?
do that.
I don't know.
Let's do
I
that.
always like to do that.
Feels good.
Nice big deep breath.
I'm going to demonstrate actually looking over my shoulder. That might not be available to you, but see what feels good. If it feels like a good stretch, go ahead and look over that shoulder. Good. Turn that music down.
Other side.
And back to center, all right? One last stretch. Let's get those hands out and in, okay? Gentle little massage to the center. And you know how much pressure to put on the hands depending on how they feel on any given day. Okay, and then grab the base of the finger and just gentle little squeezes out. Let's get some good blood flow to those. All to the fingertips, one finger at a time. Okay. Other side. Start at the base, each finger. Shake it out.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right. We sure miss you guys, so I hope that you are staying safe and just taking the time to do what you need to do for you. And thank you for joining us today. The Woodland Hill and St. Craydale, anywhere else that you are. We can't wait to be with you guys in person again. So have a great day.
Over and out.